Yeah, sure, turn that on, thank you. I need approval of the agenda, that the agenda for the July 27, 2026 Quinte West OPP Detachment Board meeting be approved. Mover Charles and, right, Sheila. Any any questions? All in favor? Carried, thank you very much. Okay. Minutes of the Detachment Board held April 27th. Did I do that one or did I?
Yeah, we have to. I'll move that.
Moved by Councillor Kotsobis, seconded by Mr. O'Malley. Charles the second. Okay, any questions or comments on that one? All in favor? Carried, thank you. Delegations none. Public input. Anybody here for public input? Come on up. Michael Hansen. I've known him since he was, well, wearing that. No, not quite, Michael, but close.
I was 8.
Pardon?
I was 8. Just a young lad.
Yeah.
Anyways, members of council, I appreciate the time of coming in and speaking with you. We have a concern on George Street regarding a house that is offering narcotics, and we know that apparently we're going to speak with the authorities later regarding this. But we wanted to let you know it is a deep concern of the residents of George Street that this ongoing matter be resolved, and we just want to see what can be done about it, find out what the police can do for us. So
Okay.
that's our question on the floor.
All right. Any other information you want to give us at this time, or?
No, apparently I've been directed to speak with the other parties at this time for full clarification on what's going on and how we feel about the neighborhood as far as what they're doing. These people have been doing it for some time, and just to watch the ongoings, you know, in a neighborhood, there's a fine neighborhood. There are children in the neighborhood. There are tax-paying residents, obviously, in the neighborhood, and to see this ongoing is very disturbing. So we would like clarification on what can be done, and you know, jump all over it, folks. This is not good for Trenton. Yeah. I thank you for your time.
Councillor O'Neill, you have a comment? No. Anybody else? Anyways, come on up. Come on up. Anybody else?
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Chris Cruikshank. I'm a resident of George Street as well. We're neighbors. And thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. I just want to back up what Mr. Hansen said. There are some ongoing issues that are becoming less than desirable in our neighborhood. It's been going on for a few years, and we'd like some kind of resolution. It's getting a little bit out of hand, and we just need some help with it. That's all. I don't think this is the forum for property standards. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor O'Neill.
I know it's public input, but property standards, our clerk's here, and he'd be able to talk to you after about that too.
Thank you.
Anything else at this time? Anything else under public? Anyone else? No? Okay. Okay. All right, so correspondence, anything under correspondence that you want to talk about? Anything?
Under correspondence, I
Yes,
would
go
like
ahead.
to, Mr. Mayor. For the OPP report for the first quarter,
Yes.
or for the first 6 months, April to June, under traffic-related charges, it appears that speeding and distracted driving and impaired are down quite a bit. Is that good news, or has it just been less checks for that quarter?
Yeah, they can always fluctuate. If you go back to, from 2023 and push all the way ahead to 2025, sometimes it can depend on how much ride is being done, whether collisions are alcohol related or not. As far as later into this quarter specifically, you'll see a bit of an increase, and some of that's just due to proactive traffic stops where officers are either engaging traffic complaints and finding the drivers are impaired, those higher risk traffic complaints where we believe alcohol is involved. I wouldn't necessarily attribute that certainly to specifically answer your question to lower checks. Sometimes it's just a bit of a dip.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Sheila?
Thank you, Chair. I specifically to item H, the Preventing Auto Thefts Grant Program. I'd like to know maybe next meeting or in the future if the application has been submitted and if we are going to be working with other communities for that grant program to combine our efforts for the program, for the grant program. That's my comment.
Okay, thank you. Currently, that grant specifically has been, if not already submitted in the final review phases of submission, to be submitted for review, specifically for the monies that are available within that grant. How much of them we would be entitled to or available to us specifically as a detachment, currently unknown, but I can certainly state it has been submitted, and I've made notes here that we'll make a report back on what the status is. As far as combining specifically, oftentimes within those grants when they're being written, there is some information within which indicates whether or not we can combine with other jurisdictions, partnership agencies, other detachments. Specifically in this, I believe it was in relation specifically to the Quinte West Detachment. However, sometimes that monies can be stretched throughout other jurisdictions, whether it's another detachment area. Specifically, as far as a partnership, I can't speak to that at this time, but we'll give you a report back when we know a little bit more in a few months.
But we do know that our detachment commander is actively involved in all of these situations, and it wasn't that long ago we had a concern on the south end of Dug Hill Road, and she was out there personally and stopped a car for something and just happened to run into an impaired driver. So that's good news from my point of view. Several things which I've just mentioned.
Thank you, Your Worship.
Yeah. So I know our commander is very involved. She not only does checks periodically, but she's also involved in the ride program, and so it's all good. It's unfortunate that we, yes, have people who, and I'm not against people having a drink. What I'm against is people having a drink and driving, and obviously threatening their own lives, their family, plus several others. So that's a priority for all of us, is to, if you see something, let the right people know. Anyone else? Anything else you want to mention? Anyone? No? Okay. I sent the inspector a message just recently, but anyways, that's okay. Anything else? Anything else that you want to? Okay. Where's my sheet? Right here someplace. Okay, Josh, anything that you want to bring up at this time? Licensed taxi company, statistics, and so on?
Prior to that, Mr. Mayor, can we just get a motion to receive the correspondence if there are
Okay.
no further questions regarding it?
We need a motion to receive the correspondence.
please.
Thank you, Lauren. And,
Jen.
sorry.
It's okay.
They've even got it spelled right. That's a good sign. Jen's pretty chirky. Moved by Jen, seconded by, need a seconder. Michael? Thank you. Okay, any other comments or questions? All in favor? Carried, thank you. Okay, anything else, Josh, Mr. Clerk, that you want to mention?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, I can speak a little bit to the taxi company statistics.
Yes?
So I did reach out to them a number of weeks ago, got some of their year-to-date stats, their monthly stats. But again, I wasn't able to obtain any statistics about how long people are waiting for a taxi, anything like that. And I think that, you know, with the fact that the newer cab companies are now employing more more drivers, and they're putting more taxis on the road. It's hard to tell, as I mentioned in my report, at what point, you know, there's gonna be an oversupply of taxis on the road. So again, my suggestion is to invite the companies out to our next meeting. We don't have one necessarily booked yet. I think this is the last one that's regularly scheduled for this term of council, but we can schedule another one.
Yes.
We can invite those companies out. That way you guys can ask the questions that you're looking for. Again, I think there's a bit of an issue with me asking them for different statistics because they understand that information is being used to perhaps inform whether or not the city's going to license more taxis. So it might be better to actually bring them out, have them stand up here and request that information from them yourselves to get a better picture. And again, prior to halfway through last year, we only had one taxi service in this city, and that was for a number of years before. And now we have 3 licensed ones. We have 2 awaiting approval from the board. So at this point, it's really hard to tell. So that's
They're not going to want to tell us because it's competition, obviously, right? It's a double-edged sword for them too. Yeah, okay. But we could set up can we set up a private meeting with them? That way we can maybe.
Yeah, we can set up, we can schedule a meeting, have them come, perhaps in closed session, and have a discussion with them. If we have a private meeting, obviously, we can't have all of you, or otherwise it's a meeting of the board. So I'll leave it to your direction on what the next steps are.
Okay. Any other comments, board members? Anybody else? I would suggest you set something up and we'll make it work. Okay?
And I believe the applicant from, is it Skywings Taxi, is here. Their application has been deferred twice by the board, so just, the board will need to make a decision whether it's to continue to defer it or approve it or deny it at this meeting, because it is something that has been deferred.
Okay. All right. Then we'll,
Do you want to let her come up and speak?
yeah, would you like to come up and speak? Thank you.
Thank you for having me again. So this is my 3rd time here. It's less nerve-wracking now. Okay, so coincidentally, my car was in the shop this morning, so I had to take a taxi here. I called Trenton Cabs first. They're the new licensed ones, and they didn't answer at all. And I was kind of in a rush, so I called ABC Taxi because they're 30+ years, and I was just thinking to give them business. And they gave me an hour wait time, and I called Jules Taxi, and they were here in 15 minutes. So those are some timings. So at the last meeting, I think it was said that Jules Taxi had 9 taxis. ABC had 2, and Trenton Cabs had none at the time. I'm not sure about their stats now, but with the wait times with ABC Taxi and Trenton Cabs not answering, like, I know we're a nonprofit organization, but we're also highly business driven. We operate like a business, and if someone was to call us, like, we would just be on that call. And the fact that, like, Trenton Cabs, they got their license, and it took them almost 6 months, or I think maybe even a year, something like that, to get their taxis on the road. But we're like ready to go. So, and also like Trenton is growing. I'm sure you guys noticed the construction, the buildings everywhere, the second Dollarama that we have. So I'm sure that the demand for taxi companies is going to be growing. And secondly, like we're non-for-profit. So if Jules Taxi has 9 taxis and Trenton is growing, instead of giving Jules Taxi the opportunity to have 10, 11, 12 taxis, maybe like we as a nonprofit can get the opportunity to compete for that and maybe get 1 taxi on the road. We could help the Food Bank, the Humane Society, so many other organizations that need it, like just the opportunity to do that. And also, I just wanted to compare it to kind of like grocery stores. So we have like Independent, Freshco, Walmart. And then if like Food Basics was to come in and be like, okay, we're going to open a location in Trenton. It's like fair competition, may the best man win. Now, if Food Basics does good and then they open a second location, now they did better than Independent and Freshco and Walmart. And so may the best man win. And like, we are a non-for-profit, so we're here to serve the community just like the OPP is. Whereas all the other companies in existence right now, no, they're not. They're not non-for-profit. They're for-profit. They're business owners who earn the money and keep it within their family, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the business model of previous generations. It's great. It's just maybe things are changing now, and like just as a nonprofit, and if we could just have a chance to even get 1 taxi on the road. And also by not giving us a license, we also do airport shuttle and like limousine services. So if you guys want to give us a license and maybe put a condition that we can't operate taxis, at least we could get our airport shuttle and our limousines on the road, because there's like barely any competition for that out here. So yeah.
I don't, anybody want to ask any questions of Crystal at this time? You're not going to have many opportunities, so. Okay, well, thank you very much. We'll deal with it shortly. Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Clerk? Anything else that we want to?
No, I think that's it. If there's any questions about anything that's in my report, I have direction from the board. I will set up and arrange for another meeting this term, and I will invite those taxi companies out to speak to you guys. And if there's anything further, other than that, just a motion to receive my report.
Okay, well, let's say before we do that, there's a resolution here in front of me, correspondence. I need to move it in a seconder for that, and decide which way you want to go.
The letter's a different one. If we're discussing.
Oh, I think at this point, we're discussing my report.
Yes.
Yes, his report, yes.
And the motion is just to receive my report as information.
Counselor O'Neill moved, Counselor Katsonis.
No, I have a question, sorry.
Oh, okay. Jennifer, second. I think it was Jen.
What was your question first?
Go ahead.
Just regarding the public input, if we defer it again and we aren't able to get the meeting, or say the other taxi companies don't actually show up, so this is putting this company even further in delay, I would suggest if we can amend the motion to give them a chance and see, and I mentioned it last meeting too, competition is healthy. I agree with what she said in her comments. So rather than defer and wait for this meeting that may not happen with all the members, we may only get, like I said, half of them. I would let them get the ball rolling, and that would be my motion amendment.
Sorry, Mike? Keep his mic on.
Sorry. And further, that the correspondence, Quinte West OPP Detachment Board approved the taxi license request submitted by Central Taxi.
No, through you, Mr. Mayor, that's an additional request that just came through.
Oh, okay.
I think we received that just a couple days following our last meeting. So there's no draft motion on the agenda to deal with Skywings, but it should be under new business.
Okay.
Because it's been deferred. So if you'd like to just receive my report and then make a separate motion on Skywings,
Okay.
would
Well,
be my
Didn't
suggestion.
we just receive his report and support that?
I have a mover and a seconder. Councillor O'Neill wanted to amend, Councillor Kutsovas wanted to amend that motion to include direction about Skywings taxi.
Well, we can do that separate, though. I
Yes,
think.
that's what I would suggest.
Yeah, okay. So first on Mr. Clerk's report, all in favor of the report, I guess, receive as,
Just receive his
just
information.
receive as information. Okay, carried, thank you very much. Now, Councilor Katsovas, you want to go ahead with what you?
I can under new business as
We
the
can
clerk
do it.
suggested under new business, if we want to deal with the letter from Crystal Wilson first, and then I'll make the motion under new business as recommended.
Okay. Any comments on information? Okay, any questions on the information presented by Crystal Wilson? Go ahead.
The individual's not here to answer the question, but I would just be concerned that with their headquarters being in Belleville, my question would be, do they have a headquarters in Quinte West? And the reason for that is, would they be implementing a gas tax to some extent? Would the rides in Quinte West be a little bit more expensive per kilometer, however they decide to charge that, than they would in Belleville, just with the rising prices of gas?
No, that's not Crystal. She's speaking to Skywings taxi. Yeah. If the board would like to defer that application, I can invite Crystal to come to the next meeting.
I'd like to make a motion to defer.
Do we need a second?
Yes.
Yes, we do, yep.
Jennifer seconds. Thank you. Any comments or questions? All in favor? Carried, thank you. Business. Whoops, okay, under new business, Michael, Councilor Katsovas?
With the board's discussion, I would like to grant the license to Skywing Taxi, and then we can come up with an amount to start off with, should they have 3 cabs on the road, or the individual mentioned the transportation to the airports and such, like the limo services. So I would just listen to the board's recommendations as well as if there's a number that we would like to come up with before we grant this application.
Anybody? Anyone?
I'm not,
Pardon?
I'm just not supportive of a new application without clarity from the previous 3 firms that we have in place now. We've got some feedback from them. We just suggested that we're gonna have a meeting with them to get any clarity on it, their expansions and so forth. So, I'm just not in a position to support a new application and a third and a fourth when we still haven't got the information in a final format that we're convinced that the community is not being served by those 3. Because the last time we talked about the new one, it wasn't open, now it is, and they've got signs everywhere. So, you're putting them, all 3, in jeopardy, in my opinion. But that's up to you guys.
Councilor Katsovas?
Yeah, my concern would just be the hour wait time, and it's not new what the individual said today. It's been ongoing with those long wait times. And the biggest concern would be, especially if an elderly person or someone with a medical emergency had to go to the hospital. An hour is just, it wouldn't cut it.
We did have an incident recently where a gentleman passed away, and the ambulance was a long time getting there. That was Councilor O'Neill.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. My concern is this applicant has been here multiple times. The clerk has asked for information. He hasn't got it from the other taxi companies. I think this applicant deserves at least to be supported now for maybe 2 taxis and the out of town. If you're okay with a limit of 2 with the out of town, like how many times does this person have to come back? And if the others aren't getting back to our clerk, then I think this one deserves a chance.
So the motion is on the floor. Any other comments? Any other comments? All in favor of the motion? I need to see it.
Clarify for the rest of the board.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It is 2 cabs and 1 transfer vehicle? Shuttle?
That's what we were told.
And the limousine service? So, sorry, the shuttle and the limousine are 2 different components?
business, but I still need the vehicle hire license to do the airport shuttle and the limousine, so.
So how, if I may ask, sorry, if you could come back, I just like a question. I know there's no right answer, but what would be the limited amount just for you to get started? Would the 2 suffice and the 1 limousine?
Yeah, if I could get like 2 taxi cabs, 1 limousine, and 1 airport shuttle, that would be great. And then if I needed to grow after that, then I could come back and request that through you guys.
Okay.
But that would be great to start with, because at least it gets all our vehicles up and running and on the road.
Okay.
Okay.
So that would be the motion, then the 1 shuttle, the 1 limousine, and the 2 cabs.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Does anyone know if we do have an extra vehicle in Quinte West that circles a bus for transportation? Is that included in the vehicles that we're talking about for taxis, for?
You're talking about like the public transit
Yes.
bus that goes through?
Yes.
No, it's not included.
It's not
separate,
included in
yes.
this? Okay, thank you so much.
No, that's actually part of the city's program. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions? You know the motion?
I have the motion, yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You want to read it? Make sure we
It's,
got it
that
right.
the OPP Detachment Board approve a taxi broker license from Skywings Taxi with a limit of 2 taxi licenses, 1 shuttle, and 1 limousine license.
Okay. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Would we be able to add in there that there's a document, a structured document that could be created for any new, like what is it that we need to know document for making decisions? So maybe that would prevent some delays as well. What is the information criteria that we need to make the decisions?
Yes, I believe the board has already directed me to bring that back, so
Okay.
that will come to the next meeting as well.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All in favor of the motion? That's what I need. 2, 3, 4. Carried. Thank you. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I think anything else? We're good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I just want to tell you, I worked all weekend as part of the fishing. We had a fishing derby here, and I can't even tell you how many fishermen or fisher people we had, but there were a large number, And I want to tell you this, I did not see any alcohol. Fantastic. They came here to fish, and Bob Azumi was here as well, and he's a real gentleman, and I can tell you he doesn't drink at all, other than water, and reels that reel and eats the sandwich. That's about it. But we had a great crowd, a great turnout, and very appreciative. Yeah, at one time I was the boats were docked up along the shore by the pop-ups. And I would say they're well over $1 million in the water. Well over $1 million in the water. That doesn't include the truck and the trailer, which is another usually a couple of $100,000. So we had a great weekend. And the other part of it is they caught more fish on the weekend than I've caught in my lifetime. Yes, it's remarkable how they can catch so many fish. Yeah, every angler that comes in the way, he or she are to have 5 fish in a bag, and they're weighed. They pick out the biggest one, and yes, just remarkable. And so it was a great weekend, and it impressed me with their ability to catch fish. So thank you very much. Anything else anybody wants to mention today? Anyone? Okay, well, thank you very much. We're ready for adjournment. I thank you, and we'll try and get, are you still living on Loyalist Road, Michael, or?
No, I'm not. George.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Hanson Road's pretty quiet.
Couple of Hansons there still.
Are there a couple there? Oh, wow. That's good. Okay, well, thank you very much. Two for adjournment. We're good. Thank you.